for joining us. As above, so below. We're talking about Mars energy on today. This is a day that we utilize Ogun. We are utilizing spirituality in order to manifest what we're going to talk about today. To each and every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are truly deeply rooted in the ATRS, those are African traditional religions. To each and every one of you guys that have been following me, thank you so much for sharing and hitting that like button. Also to the comments, y'all know I love the comments. If this is your first time in my life, I am a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries and rising sign Pisces. And I do not do cheering church on my live. What's up there, Jelly Sweet, my Gemini? Then we got Shamari in the house. All right, Cancer. And there you go, Cassandra. What's up, love? Long time no see. And then we got A. Johnson. All right, we got some of my peeps in the house. A. Johnson in the house, Aquarius. Appreciate each and every one of you guys being with us tonight. Now, I'm going to be talking about something really, really important, especially if you're going to be practicing the ATRs. If you have gotten spiritual work done from not only me but any other spiritualist, or if you practice your conjure yourself, this is going to help you on today. I share a lot of information because I want us to become more effective in conjure and more respectful of the process when it comes down to magic. What's up there, my Sagittarius from Augusta, Georgia? Y'all know I like to say it like that. And then we got my Monique 444 Cancer in the house. Look at my Aries coming in here. Triranda, thank you so much, darling, for that love and that support. That zeal. Appreciate that. I want to say before we get started to my Christian buddies, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. Also, guys, I want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. In the age of Sagittarius, I will be 51 on the 15th. I want to say hello, first of all, to my Madrina and to my Padrino and to my Oba and to all of my brothers and sisters in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Adjays, Presbyterian, Lutherans, whether you are Masonic Order, Eastern Star, whether you are Yami or whether you are RJ. I want to say this is the platform for you, especially if you practice the ATRs and you in the church and you do hoodoo, you need to be here. Also, if you have left the church and you still practice the ATRs, you might be in Catholicism working voodoo, the softer version of voodoo in my humble opinion, but you still practice. You understand? This is for you. If you are a bystander and you just watching to see what the end gonna be, you need to be here. All right? So we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for the love and the support, especially to my website and to each and every one of you guys. What's up, Mama Susan in the house? We appreciate each and every one of you guys so very, very much. I'm going to talk about something tonight that a lot of people scurry around. If you have your talisman, your Ogun talisman, Mafedi Fun, Ogun. In honor of my head Orisha, Mafedi Fun Oya, and my head, also Mafedi Fun Shango. What's up there, Darius, my Pisces in the house? I want to talk about something today and tonight. When you burn your incense tonight, I have the money incense, roll opener incense, and also the blockbuster incense as a combination. And working with Ogun. What's up there, my eldest son? I want to talk about something. I had a conversation with my son, and I wanted to lead into this. And when I have these conversations, the intent is not to offend. I do understand that truth offends people, especially if they're not ready to process certain information. I want to talk to, especially to my newbies. I want to talk to people that that don't understand conjure in the sense of a lifestyle, but understand conjure as in receiving help. I also want a lot of you guys that deal with finances, I want you guys to chime in, because a lot of times people think that I'm not saying they don't think I know what I'm talking about, but I want you to know how important economics is when it comes to spirituality. And spirituality, it has to do with every aspect of your life, okay? What's up there, love, my Taurus in the house? Now, to those that understand that they want to grow, and those that have come to the conclusion as a grown man or woman that I want to make the most of my time on this earth plane, and I want to be able to do the things that I desire in this life, in the reality that I live. Now, I don't sell dreams. I may interpret them, but I don't sell dreams. I don't give people things to hope in when I know at the end of the day they're not gonna put the work in. Okay, I'm not a hopeless romantic. I believe that relationships are things that you as a grown man or woman, gay, straight or bi, economically, you should understand what you want to and who you should be with and why it is important that you have resources in order for effective relationships. There's a saying out there that I heard since I was 19 years old: no finance, no romance. And I do realize that some people out here still knocking boots without no money, and that's fine for you. But as I'm talking today, like I said, I'm not here to offend. I'm just here to share universal laws. I want to talk about resources today on the day of operating with Ogun and on that Mars energy. If you want to profit from your labor, you need to listen. Now, my subject tonight is why economics matters concerning the practice of magic. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter whether you dead broke. It doesn't matter if you got some money saved. It doesn't matter if you got property, no property. This applies to everybody. I don't care if you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, whether you're missing, whether you're a prophet that's in a cave or whether you're in the palace. It still applies, okay? Whether you're good with money and you are not good with money, whether you are a good steward or you're not, it still applies, okay? Wherever you find yourself on the roster, okay? Now, I'm going to be coming from, first of all, coming from Proverbs 13 and 11. It says this: wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. I'm going to say it again. No matter how many times that I try to talk to people when it comes to life, people have a right to make their choices when it comes down to how they value economics. Black melanated people do not want to talk about economics. They want to talk about who's sleeping with who's sucking who licking who got caught, who got exposed, all of this. At the end of the day, economics, I want to give you the definition before I go any further. Economics is the branch of knowledge concerned with the production, the consumption, and the transfer of wealth. There's three aspects to economics: production, consumption, and transfer of wealth. Okay? It also is the condition of a reign or a group as a material prosperity. Now, to most melanated people, they did not come up talking about economics. They talked about finances. They talked about money. Economics has way more to do than money. Okay? Economics has to do with resources. That's land. That's how you're able to eat. Water. Things that how you're able to cleanse yourself. A lot of times when we're talking about spirituality and ATRS, we talk about nature, but nature is economics. When we talk about the universe, we're talking about economics. Why you think they are in all these other countries and they're mining these people's resources? They're dealing with economics. A lot of you guys are more concerned about a spell book than economics. Economics will have you in a position where you have somewhere to put your altar. Economics will have you in a position where you're able to feed your egoons. Economics will have you in a position, if you understand what I'm talking about today, that it will have you around people of resource. See, sometimes my grandma used to say it all the time. It ain't sometimes not what you know, it's who you know. Some of you guys do not value that there are certain people that you may not personally like, but they're good at economics. They have certain know-how. They know how to have production. A lot of times we cannot get to the next level because we don't understand economics. We don't know how to enlarge our territory. We don't know how to rightfully divide the word of truth when it comes down to the economics and consumption. Consumption is what we call in the streets supply and demand. I'm going to say it again. When you don't understand economics, this is why you can still associate yourself with certain people that don't have no real goal. This is why you can still go out here and make the decisions that you make because you're not thinking about your economics. When I'm as a 50-year-old man, it has a lot. There are certain things that I don't do or say. Not because I don't have nothing to say. It's because I'm focused on my economics. I'm going to say it again. I'm a fire sign. A lot of you guys, instead of listening at what real magic is and what real conjure is and why you want to work with Ogun, why you want to burn your money incense, and understand why you burning your incense. What's up there, my Boaz? What's up, Alicia? Bendición. Now, in order to be a successful human being, you need to understand economics. You need to know what produces. As the scripture said, every tree and every seed after its own kind. You need to know what consume, because when somebody's consuming something, that means they're constantly buying it. Okay? And then we also talk about the transfer of wealth. How you as a man or woman share your wealth or your resources with the people you love, or the people that you are in business with, or sometimes even the people that you're in bed with. Economics or transferring of wealth is my knowledge. I give out a lot of knowledge. That's transferring of wealth. The wisdom, the understanding, the clarity. All of these are wealth. Wealth is not just resources as in money. Because sometimes the value of $1 goes up or down. Sometimes silver and gold the value of it goes up and down. But one thing that is consistent is economics. And when you as a grown man or woman understand economics, it will put you in circles with people that actually may profit you. It says right here, if you are trying to obtain wealth through vanity, it's going to diminish. But if you are trying to obtain wealth through labor, I'm gonna read it again. It said, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. How many of you guys really want to live a different life? You don't have to be rich to live a good life. Don't let nobody disillusion you that you have to be making enormous amounts of money and resources. If you understand economics, you can learn to live and live well and enjoy the quality of life. Whether you do Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, or Kumi, what is happening is a lot of us are out here learning spells, and we're not understanding the cycles of life. We're not knowing how to gather. Like a squirrel know how to go gather the nuts before winter hit. A lot of us are not good at counting our eggs. And they say counting the bitty before they hatch. A lot of you guys don't understand why you should not be out here at a certain age dealing with certain things and situations, because you don't have time for it. Especially when you know you have not gathered the necessary wealth in order for you to live out these life cycles that you're in. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of victories that I gained has a lot to do with my economics. Me understanding my resources. Me understanding what is important. Me understanding I want to be able to leave something without a bill on it and without drama attached to it to my children. Let me say it like that, because sometimes, in my case and in other cases, even in Minister Mara's case, sometimes people leave us nothing but problems, debt, and issues attached to those properties, those items, those situations. I'm just being real with y'all, because when you're going to burn my incense and you're going to do conjure work with me, I want you to have a better understanding of what it is economic. Sometimes it is time to cut ties because economically it's not good for you. Sometimes it's time for you to move on in life because it's not good economically. Sometimes I cannot be intimate with you because it's not good economically. Proverbs 14, verse 23. See, I got my glasses back, y'all. It says, in all labor there is profit, but the talk of lips tend only for penury. Now, you can talk about money work all day long, but until you have a plan about why you need a certain amount of resources, because I'm going to tell y'all something, things can get done without you having money. Economics. Because let me tell y'all something, I have God has been moving for me in a particular area right now I haven't gotten everything done, so I don't want to really talk about it right now. But I want to share with y'all, a lot of times, favor has been a more of an impact in me getting stuff done, even though economics played a part in it. I want y'all to understand, you're never going to get a happy house unless you learn how economics work. When you don't understand the people that are operating in your household, if you don't understand the type of business that you're in, then how can you keep that business afloat? Let me tell y'all something. I had sent a message out to members of my church. I don't know why they get confused. If you giving and you supporting my ministry, I'm not talking to you. There are people literally that have not been coming to church and don't give, don't support my ministry. I need them. Economically, it's not feasible for us to continue in a relationship when you are not reinvesting in the said ministry. You understand? Listen. My mom was a licensed beautician. My sister was a licensed beautician. I went to beauty school, not for license, but I went because I had to go and my mom was going to whoop my ass, okay? So I learned about dead ends. And I understood that when the hair is dead, it kills the other. That's why they trim the hair or clip. The Bible talks about pruning of the tree. In economics, you understand when something is not working, when something is not producing. The concept about the fig tree. Some of you guys keep messing with things in your life that do not produce. When you respect labor, when you understand labor, when you understand that labor in people, places, and things, then you can accept the mindset of a harvest. It is too it's too many people want the incense to do the work. They want the candle to do the work. They want the graveyard, the ancestor, the egun, the practitioner. You want everybody to labor to create a reality that you claim you want. But I want y'all to understand this. Whatever atmosphere I create, I have to labor in that atmosphere. Whatever knowledge I gain, I have to apply that knowledge. Whatever wisdom I receive, I must be able to benefit from that. I must know when to apply it. I must have the understanding of it. I want us grown people to get more minded about economics. I was giving you guys a lot of breaks, giving you opportunity to get on board, to get yourself together, to get your mind together. And I watch people do all this labor over here. They got a job or they got a business bringing in income. But then they invest that income in people, places, and things that give no return. Tell me, why does that make sense to you? Tell me, why does it make sense that you do all that labor in prayer, you do all that labor getting the ceremonies done, and then when manifestation comes, you got people at your table that are only there to suck from your table. They're locusts, they're palmer worm. They're parasitic in nature. At some point in your life, it don't take you long to figure out what somebody's goal is. It don't take you long to figure out what somebody is in your life. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm going to say something. Like I said, I'm not saying it to offend. I need you to understand. In my first marriage, my Sagittarius, I married to a Sagittarius. All we did is fuss, sex, and have children. So argue, back and forth, back and forth. And so I would move out of my place and I would go to move in with her. Then she'll put me out. Once I fix up everything, she put me out. I'm telling y'all this because I want you to understand something. And because I had economics behind me, I always had a place to go. I never held her accountable for how she handled me, as long as the economics that was coming from my family softened the blow. You're never going to hold people accountable when somebody else is assuming the responsibility of those actions. When you, as a grown man or woman, and somebody else you cannot reason with where I'm coming from, because somebody else, it's easy for you to lay down with somebody else and give them a level of grace when they themselves are not being held accountable. As long as I was able to fall back on my family and their economics, I was allowing a certain behavior to continue. The moment that I had to be held accountable, I held them accountable. See, when people make you accountable, then you have no other choice but make the other, unless you're going to choose them over you. Is y'all hearing me? It is so important that you understand that when you're out here, whether you're going to school, whether you are starting a business, whether you are in relationships, you need to understand economics. Economics is so very important. A lot of the frustration that people going through has nothing to do with spell work, has nothing to do with somebody. You don't respect economics. You don't understand, you don't respect the 4 seasons that are going to operate whether you live in or dead. In honor of Minister Mario, son of Achosi, a lot of the stuff that I have been able to get done is because we both, a Sagittarius and a Capricorn, understood economics. We did not allow our anger and our frustration and our perception of how getting things done very differently to hinder our economics together. Some of y'all are willing to allow your feelings to mess up your economics. Some of y'all are allowing y'all families to mess up your economics. Some of y'all are willing, I'm telling you, economics. Let me tell you like this. They can hurt your feelings, but economics will have you having your feelings hurt in your house. Sitting on your couch. Drinking you some tea, some coffee, or some wine, or whatever you want to do, or snow you some powder if that's what you want to do. But it will be in the confinement of your own reality and your own comfort. Not you talking about you out here praying for victory over your enemies and you ain't got no place to stay. You ain't out here talking about doing a reversal work and you ain't got no gas in your car. You understand? Economics makes you think clear. You worried about who licking and sucking and you ain't even got your mortgage money, your rent money. Listen, understanding economics allows you to benefit off of your hoodoo, your voodoo, your Santeria, your Lukumi, your Palo. A lot of people look at me and say, oh, Posse, I like how you do that. Because I understand economics. I understand evolution. I understand about reinvestment. I understand about association. If I want, I told y'all, I'm intending to take down this company that's coming from my property. I did not know God was going to open up a way that somebody else was going to help me with my case. Okay? But it costs money. But then after the money, I got end up with favor. I want to talk to y'all. Because victory does not always come because of who you are. Sometimes it comes because of what you are. Huh? And it's better when other people are testifying of your character. Other people are testifying of your goodness. But other people are testifying of your value. Because too many times we are out here telling people how valuable we are, and we have not stopped by the spiritual appraisal shop. You cannot just be out here telling people your value. Your value should speak of itself. Economics matter, y'all. That's why I don't do the type of spell work that some of these other people out here doing. Because I don't have to. That's why I don't take on certain type of clients because of economics. Because I don't want that bad karma. And I want to transfer wealth to my children in peace, not in turmoil. I want to transfer what I am growing through and through my ultra process. And even though I have certain setbacks, I've had certain challenges, I've had certain situations, but I've also had some great victories. I like to teach balance. I like to teach from the aspect of clarity. I want you to know why you are listening, why you should be able to utilize this information that I give. And guess what? If you understood economics, then you would be making better decisions. There's no way that you can be watching me for a week, a year, and somewhere you are still struggling with your economics. When I light candles, I'm thinking about economics. When I light my incense, I'm thinking about economics. This is why I believe that God will cause men to give into my bosom good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. This is why I also believe in sowing energy. Remember, the Lord gives seed to the sower. Let me tell y'all something. People can hard time you whether you gay, straight, black, cockeyed. When you got economics on your side, you can get what you want. Huh? That's why a bad body man, gay or straight, can get a fine piece of meat. If your economics right, you struggling as a man or a woman for the wrong thing. Get your economics right. Start hanging around people that understand economics. And watch your conversation change. Watch your disconcern for what's going on in the neighbor's house. Some of y'all cannot afford to stay in other people's business. I'm going to say that again. While you worried about whose penis and whose anus or vagina, baby, your economics are not together. You have no business worrying about what's going on in the Department of Sex. Some of you ain't got your own yet. You don't have time to be worried about what your cousin them doing. Some of y'all got time for everything else except your economics. And when these changes in life come, you're not going to be ready for them. I don't care if you do root work. I don't care if you do conjure work. I don't care if you do mysticism. I don't care if you do Kabbalah. When it comes down to spirituality, your life needs to make sense. I don't just get on social media and no, I got 29 years, about to be 30 now. Going into 30 years at UPS. I have a business. I have other stuff going on. Because I understand economics. There's highs and lows to everything. I'm going to say it again. You know why your relationship stays frustrated? You know why you are unhappy? Because you will not respect economics. Even when I'm doing bad, I'm doing good. Me and my son was laughing back and forth. I was trying to figure out which one of them had certain apps where I can transfer money to them. I said, it's amazing when you understand economics, you laugh and you talk about different things. There are certain conversations that at a certain place in your life, you shouldn't even be having with certain people. I'm going to say it again. There's certain conversations you should not even be having. How in the world I'm 50 years old that I cannot teach my children economics? Teach them how to turn their credit into resources. How to turn land into resources. What are you doing? Who are you hanging around? What 80% of your conversation, what is it about? Huh? Do you have the resources to take care of your health where you don't have to worry about doctors? Do you have the economics if the insurance didn't come through, that can you buy wheelchairs for cash? What if you didn't have the stamps? Do you got the money to feed yourself? See, the thing that you are allowing yourself to worry about when your economic, it shows a lack of maturity. And so therefore, when you talking to your ancestors, you talking to they looking at you, that your mind ain't even in the right place. And if they did not labor in life, I don't know why you think they're going to labor in spirit. Everything you do when it comes down to your conjure needs to be centered around your economics. It should be considered around the condition that you living in. Ask your spirit. Because let me tell you something. No grown man of my character or my status want to have to tell a grown man or woman about what responsibilities that are on my shoulder. There are certain things that I deal with certain type of people. I already understand their level of responsibility. And so therefore I'm not here to create issues. I'm not here to create stress. If I cannot help your situation, I leave it alone. Because I don't want nobody messing with my economics. The reason why I'm in warfare right now, I promise you, son, I promise you, daughter, that I am in warfare over my economics. Because when you mess with Minister Mario, son of Achosi, you mess with somebody that I helped build to get $85,000 a year that I helped Bill to put in certain position. And so therefore, when he departed, so a lot of that situation, it changed for me. And I have been making adjustments in order to keep my economics. And see, this is what we call when you fuck around and find out. You need to know the condition by which a man or woman operates. And when you start messing with certain things, or tampering with certain things that are going to shift their economics, let me tell you something. I turn on my mama for economics. I would turn on my sister. I would turn on. You're not finna come. If you come for my economics, I am going to defend that at all costs. I can't keep a peace of mind if my economics ain't right. I can't ward my enemies off if my economics ain't right. I can't keep myself cleansed if I can't dress the way that I dress my Fedi Funogun. I cannot represent myself on these platforms if I don't have my economics right. I can't overcome my adversary or the maneuvers or the weapons that the enemy is trying to do without economics. I can't make good love. I can't give good dick without economics. I need to be focused. I don't need to be stressing about my light bill, my phone bill, my cable, my mortgage. Economics, baby. As melanated people, sir and ma'am, I'm not talking about having a job. I want you to look it up so you can have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Because you are not embracing people that understand economics. You actually, if right now, and I tell most people that claim to have financial situation, if I brought in financial advisors, they wouldn't show up. The average black person would not show up to a financial meeting and you broke as hell. You don't even understand how to make money. You don't understand how to maintain money. You don't understand how to invest money. You don't know how to make money work for you. Just like you don't know how to make your pussy work for you, you don't know how to make your dick work for you or your ass. You don't know how to make your money work for you. I'm talking economic. I don't do cheer in church, y'all. Huh? Your ass put you in the hole. Huh? Your dick put you in the hole. Your vagina put you in the hole. Huh? I'm just here to help you, if you let me. Because you got to understand the mentality. Because I don't understand how I'm telling so much truth on this platform that people are not increasing and they're not growing and developing and that you're not making different moves. You got to have, it's like the Garden of Eden. It had 5 rivers flowing into the Garden of Eden. 5 rivers. Number of Oshun. Listen to this. You need more than one type of financial income. I want to talk about finances. I want you to understand finances and financial. I want you to understand the supply and demand. I want you to understand the reason why some of you guys are frustrated right now has a lot to do with your lack of understanding of your economics. Because some of y'all money is making enemies for you. Some of y'all money are causing people to be around you for that. You got to understand how you utilize your resources. I want somebody to know that I'm able to take care of myself and I also can be a support to them. But I don't want somebody with me just because I have resources. But if that's all you putting out there, that's all you're going to draw people that have need of your resources. The only reason why you have a man right now is because you got a house. Because he needs somewhere to stay. You're not woman enough or man enough to admit that. That the only reason why you got a pair of dick and nuts in your house is not because of economics, it's because of a need. You're nobody to brag about. You shouldn't be out here telling other people how to do what you do because what you're doing is false. When you're dealing with economics, you need to get your health together because your health is your wealth. You need to get your mind together. You need to be resolving issues. You need to be understanding how you want to live in your 30s, how you're going to live in your 40s. And since we're in America, how's your credit? Get that kind of. Do you have any collateral? Do you have any liens? Do you have stocks? Do you have annuity? Like what you got going on? Besides talking about what kind, how fat somebody's ass is or somebody's booty is, male or female, but talk about how big his dick is. Well, how big is your 401k? How much did you put away in your savings? Huh? You got double D's up here, but you ain't got double D's in your wallet. Especially if you ain't getting no loving. Let me tell y'all something. Economics, which change root work, conjure, mysticism, all of that. Because you will be able to afford, and then you will do it from a place of understanding nature. You'll do it from a place of understanding the universe. You cannot frustrate me when I understand the economics in my life. You cannot frustrate the things that God has for me. A lot of you guys don't believe that God got a cat on 1,000 hills because you don't understand resources. And the biggest loss that melanated people are, we are constantly throwing one another away. Everybody else benefiting off our resources but us. I got you, Darius. Blockbuster. Road opening. Do you have time to make the money that you have? Do you have time to run the business? Are you going to bring the type of akshay into that business and have the right type of customer skills in order to make it a thriving business? Do you have the knowledge to deal with the type of services that are necessary? Huh? And sir, man, I don't care what type of work you do, whether legal or illegal. You need to understand economics. You got to understand economically it is feasible for them to keep you in poverty, to keep them on top. Do you not realize a lot of the systems and a lot of the programs that are out there in the system are made to ensnare you to make sure that you never get out? Some of you guys, let me tell y'all something. If you making a certain amount of money and you're generating that type of income, it doesn't matter if you go to a cash advance. Because you can easily come out of that. Because you have the revenue. It's when you get into stuff that you don't even have the money to pay them back and still live. I'm going to say it again. When you're giving to something, to get from something, and you cannot afford to give that back and still live, you're not doing it right. If I'm going to give my son something, I need to be able to afford to give that to him without it hurting me. Then that means I can afford it. I'm going to say it again. I need to, what my mortgage is 1 month, I need to be able to afford, before I got this house, that if this house got behind 3 months, that I can afford with my income to catch my house up before going to foreclosure. That's the purpose of them going through your finances. To see if you can afford that house. Can you afford that man? Can you afford that relationship? Can you afford that business? Can you afford that ceremony? Can you afford to do what you're doing? Can you afford to let that man go? Can you afford to let that friend go? Can you afford to keep running your mouth? Can you afford to keep hearing me and not applying? Can you afford keep getting reading and not elevating your situation? Can you afford it? Blockbuster. Let me tell y'all something. I strive to help. But real magic is the actions you take. And without understanding economics, a lot of people are gonna unnecessarily suffer, and it doesn't matter if you get initiated. I still see it. And hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, Palo. It's still. And guess what? When you don't protect your economics, and you let people come in and start messing with your harvest, that's a personal thing. Roll opening. For Darius. How you gonna defend your child without economics? I have a spiritual sister. She said this. I was like, oh my God, that is so. She her baby daddy was Obia man, and she told me, she a Virgo. She told me, and I said, oh my God, that's beautiful what she should say. She said, I might have to sleep with another man to take care of your child, but I will not sleep with you to take care of your child. I'm going to say it again so you can let it sink in your spirit. She told him she might have to sleep with another man to take care of their child. But she would not sleep with him to take care of his child. That's somebody understanding economics. We not finna argue about that. We not finna go back. I'm not finna lay down with you a gun for you to do by. No, we not doing that. Not about your child. But if I wanted to give you some wop, I'm gonna do that. But to sit here and sleep, come on, y'all. Jelly Sweet, I got you, hon. Ancestor. And reversal. She stay on it with that. Jealous, that's the Jelly Sweet. And reversal. A lot of people are jealous, but what they don't understand, I understand economics. I'm not going to allow you to frustrate my mind when I got to maintain my economics. Your economics is essential. When you understand that, you do the right protection work, you do the right cleansing work, you will invest to make sure you are in a position where if something happens today or tomorrow, that all is well. Darius, Jealous Sweet. When I tell you guys about, before you get out here in social media or get out on these platforms and knowing that you don't know enough to be out here servicing people, that you still learning for yourself, you shouldn't do that, because you're doing yourself an injustice, and you're doing also the people that are going to be coming to you. You have to be, this is something you need to be chosen to do. This needs to be being a devotee, honoring, all of that. All of that's good. That's like everybody need to wash their ass, okay? But everybody ain't meant to go to the laundromat and wash other people's clothes. You understand? If you bleaching your own clothes, you're going to bleach mine. You understand? So everything ain't meant for everybody to service. Huh? Everybody that's having sex don't need to be a porn star. You understand? Some of y'all don't classify as a porn star. Huh? Just because you give a little head and eat a little ass don't make you a porn star. You understand? That has to be something you skilled with. There's some people out there, porn stars shouldn't be porn stars. Huh? They need to be working at McDonald's or something. I'm just saying. With Ogun, what I do is I bring, if you got a white piece of paper or a brown piece of paper, write your business name down with your Ogun, Mafedifun Ogun. If you want to do marketing, Mafedifun Oya. But you're going to write your business name down, and you want to bring that in, and you want to understand the economics around, and you want to pray for the economical success of your business. And that's not only just bringing in money, that's being able to maintain it, also have a profit. If you're laboring and you're not getting a profit, you're not running a business. You're just exchanging goods for services. In order for it to be a true business, somebody in my house would. To run a real business, there must be a profit. You cannot be giving away your products to your family and people that don't want to pay you what your services are. You're not running a business. A business must be your work where you profit from your work. Stop talking about people trying to get over on you and they have to profit from the investment. This is why I went up on my talisman, because I cannot keep giving that my profit away and then turn around and then take care of the other things that I need to. This is why honesty about what you do, how you do, and what you're trying to do also causes you to prosper, because when people trust your prices, when people trust what you're doing, then they also don't mind reinvesting into your businesses. And people got to like what you do. I hope most of them love what I do, but at the very least like what you do, to patronize your services. But you have to write your stuff down. The Bible says write your vision down, write it down. Me personally, after blessing the name of my business, then one of the things I love to do, I love to put it in the ether. I always set stuff on fire. Fire carries and releases energy. You want to release that energy, those blessings, into the atmosphere. You want to take it from being something tangible and to put it in the atmosphere. I have my Fedifun Ogun, my Fedifun Eligwa, my Fedifun Obatala, my Fedifun Oshun, and my Fedifun Shango. Oh, here's Obatala. Only one I don't have over here is Shango. No, and my Fedifun Oya. I don't have dates on my pot. I had to send I took them off of my desk because I had to send it out to somebody. They had ordered it. You want to have your tools. I cannot stress that enough. Showing up for class and you ain't got your tools, the teacher cannot take you serious. And if you are out here thinking about economics, I want you to really go Google that. So don't just say, oh, Pastor, yeah, that's, no. I don't want it to be a good message. I don't want it just to be something that makes sense to you. I want you to understand why you are valuable, why you are a commodity. When you hear me say that you are the real treasure, when I tell the women that you are the Nganga, when I tell you you are the shrine, when I tell you about the creator of the universe, then you will have a better understanding. This man is talking about economics. I understand resource. That's why I know how to practice magic. I understand economics. That's why I know how to utilize magic. I understand how to take care of things because I value these vessels by which I work with. And I make sure that I generate a certain level of revenue so I can reinvest into those businesses. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? This is why I take these things so very, very serious, because I don't see us transferring wealth. I see us transferring poverty. I don't see us transferring knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and skill. We're transferring ignorance and glorifying poverty. Every other race, they're not millionaires. But over time, because they understand economics, they all rise. We'll be in a 6-bedroom house and can't get along. We don't understand economics. We have no problem breaking up families. We don't have no problem breaking up elays. We don't have no problem breaking up covenant because we don't understand economics. One of the things that made my family great, how my grandma did things, she always recycled everything. That money had to flow through a lot of hands before it left that family. Cars, bicycles, everything. I did it with my children. You're going to always have when you understand economics. You're going to always take care of things when you understand economics. People would not be out here doing the things that they're doing, y'all, and I'm telling y'all, it's just a lack of understanding of real economics. Because you would not be trying to damage the condition of your household. And that's just real talk. If you want me to burn incense for you, or let me tell y'all something. If you ever had been in the company of somebody really resourceful, life is so much better. They have problems like everybody else, but because they're so resourceful, they're able to resolve their issues. I want to teach us melanated people why economics matter when it comes to magic. Why does it matter? Apostle, I've been having an issue economically since I moved to Georgia. I'm going to say this about Georgia. It's certain spell. Y'all got to remember, there are certain places that there's a lot of conjure. And Georgia is one of those places that there's a lot of dead spirits that have died in conjure and did certain things. Some people, even from Florida, will leave Florida and go to Georgia, especially Macon, Georgia. Now ask me how I know. I want y'all to understand, when you're doing root work and you're doing ceremony work and you're doing all this, you bring a type of energy over a person, a place, or a thing. And when there's so many people that are economically challenged and they're more interested in utilizing conjure to take somebody from somebody, to hurt somebody, to reverse something, like just petty stuff, then you lower the vibration and the frequency of that particular practice, and therefore when you die, you leave that type of arche back. And so therefore over a period of time, that's all the type of conjure that is done in that area. And so you have to fight extremely hard. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's like in Miami, in Haiti, look at places where there's powerful energy, but you will see poverty. Because there's a trade-off to that. Atlanta is not for the weak. That's for sure. Exactly. I'm just telling y'all, when you go to certain areas, depending on what type of conjure done been there, because every area got conjurers, okay? I don't care where you go. There's somebody practicing magic. But certain type of magic, especially concentrated where melanated people, because y'all know we do a lot of filthy work because we economically challenged. Because the average root worker and spiritually is doing work, not necessarily because it's a moral thing, it's because they got bills to pay. And so when it's a lot more people doing dirty work and willing to pay than the people out there actually trying to do something positive in their life. And I'm just being honest with you. You take it however you want to take it. But economics, it matters. You can't even educate yourself properly unless you have certain economics. And then it should profit you. I don't care if it's intellectual, it still should profit you. I don't care if it's emotional, it still should profit you. I don't care if it's sexual, it still should profit you. I don't care what aspect of yourself that you are giving away. You should be laboring in a point where there is a certain type of return. You better know it. It ain't for the weak. You got to constantly be putting stuff down and cleansing your feet in certain areas because they constantly throwing magic back and forth, fighting over the same couple dollars. Glove said she left, I think she's at 4 years ago. But I hope that this helped. I know that some people are like, well, I didn't really come here. I want to learn. This is magic. And this is why I don't use my magic that way, because I'm not going to transfer that type of karma and that kind of issues on my children and my grandchildren. I want y'all to understand economics. That's true. When I first heard of magic, only heard of how you can destroy things. I did not know much about healing. And I'm gonna tell you that has a lot to do with economics. I can afford to do the type of magic I'm doing. I can afford to utilize energy in the way that because I am operating in economics. Sometimes people cannot do right, and they can't find a do right man or do right woman because their economics messed up, and it's gonna constantly attract to them people. And me and my son was talking about this. Imagine in a relationship, economically, right? And you're in need. You cannot have a hot dog because you mustard and you need ketchup. You peanut butter because you need jelly. A lot of people economically ain't in a position to even authentically be in relationship with people outside of just having a need for them. You need somebody to help pay the rent. You need that's and then you teach your children to be in relationships like that. And then they can't make real decisions or feel like they can make real decisions because they feel like I can't do this without him or I can't do this without her. Just telling you. That's why I'm telling you, do not get out here in these spiritual streets until you are economically prepared, so you're not out here doing certain type of low-level working just to pay bills. Huh? I promise you, there's some dicks you would have never sucked if you was not broke. There's some people would have never got to hit you from the back if you didn't have to pay your mortgage or your rent or your car note. Economics. There are people together right now because of economics. Ain't because they in love. They can't even afford to break up. Some of y'all be like, oh, girl, he came back to me because he know my pussy good. Girl, that man come back to you because your pussy good. That he ain't had nowhere to go. You can lie to yourself all the time about how if your pussy was so good, he would have never left in the first place, and you would never put him out of the first. It got nothing to do with your pussy. It has to do. He came back because he's not economically, huh? You know why y'all hear me say I'll go back in my relationship? Because economically, there's not a need. I can walk away in peace. Sometimes drive away. Just trying to help you. But if you do have your Ogun, I will definitely work with my money blessing incense. I will work with my road opening incense. I will also work with guardian angel incense and ancestor when it comes to this type of economics, especially with Ogun. My Ogun pot is nothing but economic. My Fedifun Oya is gonna be my marketing, dealing with social media, the age of Aquarius. That's how I utilize my stuff. I'm not out here trying to tie no bitch up in my pot. No, ain't nobody gonna be tied up in my pot unless there's an enemy. And they won't be in there with them pots. There'll be that pot in the back, that black cauldron I got in the back. That's where they going. They not, no, you don't mess with my economics. I don't use my magic out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. You understand? To each their own. And no matter what you practice. But that's Arche. So that's when that good energy y'all get from me on the social media, and the good energy when y'all feel y'all get my products and stuff. Because that's where my mindset. I want Darius to prosper. I want Monique to prosper. I want Mama Susan. I want Shamari. I want Stormy. I want Natasha. I want Keith. I believe in putting out good energy. But you got to want that for yourself. That's economics, baby. The next time you decide to pray a prayer of prosperity, think about your economics. When you read Psalm 112 and 113 and you have your Ogun, you think about economics. And you think about how you operate in those economics. How you operate in production, consumption, and transfer of wealth. Start focusing on that and see how much stronger your blessings come in. See how much God start opening up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing you don't have room enough to receive. Watch God and Divine Mother start causing men to give into your bosom good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I'm telling you. All right, I need to go eat. Thank you so much for your love. Do not forget to hit that like button and comment on it. If what I'm doing and the stuff that I've been teaching lately has really been helping y'all, make sure that you comment up on that. If you guys have not got a chance to listen to my sermon that I ministered on Sunday that just passed. Oh, okay, I got you. Love, all of gladness. That's for love. I'm paying you tomorrow. All right, there, baby. Key said Sunday sermon was so good. If you didn't see that, and I'm gonna tell y'all, let me say that. Let me say before you go watch it. It's a lot. it's a lot. Everybody can't swallow that level of truth. And I heard some of you guys give me like it's tough to listen to, but it's real. It brings change. But if you want to get your cranium together, go listen to that sermon. And if you think that sermon can help somebody else, share that video with. But that was a very, very personal thing that I've been going through and dealing with. And I'm trying to help people see that magic does not solve certain problems. Praying about certain things don't solve it, especially when it is things that people are doing and have done and will continue to do. And they don't care about the outcome. But if you understand economics, you'll know what you're investing in, you know what you're supporting, and you know what you're giving to. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you, Derek. Derek said the sermon was fire. And guess what? Don't listen to my sermon and don't try to go back and try to get other people to agree. They got to be ready for this. This is for the mature. This is for people that want change. The message that I give, you got to have a throat on you. Some of y'all got deep throats, but you need something to be able to swallow this word. Because it takes you really accepting certain realities in order to bring about change. All right? Thank you so much. Much love teaching all y'all. Mafedi fun Oya, Mafedi fun Olofi, Mafedi fun Oshun, Mafedi fun Eligwa, Mafedi fun Shango, Mafedi fun Ochosi, Mafedi fun Meji, Mafedi fun Shango, I said Shango, and Mafedi fun Yemiya. That's what I just said. Thank you so much, and I appreciate y'all. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Hit that like button, hit that share, and comment up under the video. All right? God bless.